friendly as Dash of Dave. He'll take some scraps and bits of this, turn them into something you can't miss. Junk journals, tapes, and crafts galore. He'll have you begging, show me more. Oh, Dash of Dave, oh, what a sight, mixing colors day and night.
Hi everyone, it's Dash of Dave here, and I'm back for another crafty video. But today I've got a little haul video. Now it is a little one, but there is another part to this video. So after I've given you a walk through of all the things that I purchased from scrap. So this is scrap in Farsley, Leeds. I'm also going to show you a bit of a video of a tour of scrap in Leeds. Now, I'm not a confident talker to camera out in public, so I didn't really do much talking to camera, but there are, there's a bit of a visual tour, and I might do a voiceover, or it might just be some funky music. We'll see, and we'll go from there. So anyway, so this is the things that I've purchased. Now I do have I've got a couple of pieces of cardboard, but I'll show you those in a minute. They're quite big as well. So I bought some more of these tubs. Now these tubs with a lid are ice cream tubs. Actually, move that out of the way. These are ice cream tubs, and they come with a lid. And these are, so look, you see that says caramel. And anybody that's seen my craft room tour, my most recent one, which was last January, will know that I've got these everywhere. So these are what I use for storing everything, because they stack 5 abreast on a Billy bookcase from IKEA, and the shelf in itself. So I've got a low Billy bookcase just off to that side. And on there I have 5 shelves, all with 5 on. So obviously there's 25 on there, but then there's some stacked on the top. Then there's other ones in my Kallax units behind me. So you get 2 abreast and 2 high on a Kallax square. I've got them down to my side. I've got a sideways Kallax down here, and I've got some in there. I needed some more, but for £1 each, that's a bargain really, isn't it? So I've got 5 more of those with lids, and means that I can store away some more stuff, the stuff that's accumulating around my desk basically. So more things that I bought. So I bought this. So I'm currently doing the house series that I've recently done episode 11, I think I've done recently. I bought this. This is pipe cleaner, but it's green, and the reason I wanted the green is because I thought it would make great vine growing up the outside, because it's green and you won't be able to see the wire, and it might make some bushes or topiary in the garden. But I just liked it. It's a continuous piece. So unlike normal, I'm not going to unravel it, but unlike normal pipe cleaners normally come in a set length and they're cut, this is just a continuous piece. So I bought a couple of those. They were £1 each for those. I don't know how long that is, but it was £1. I don't care. So then I bought a couple of napkins. So this is a napkin. This is kind of one of those ones with, what do you call that? Is it damask? Is that what the pattern is? I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I bought that. That was 50p, I believe, for that. I thought that'd be great, dyed and some alcohol inks on it and making it look really grungy and old. So that's what I bought that for. Bought that just because I think that's is it rayon, or it might be viscose, and that again is just to kind of dye and stain, and I might use it as a backdrop cloth, and then that way then it'll pick up its own patina. Again, 50p. Then we come to these, which are some labels. Now these were hanging out behind the till, and I just got chatting to the staff there, and I was saying how I just love coming here because I like the random odd bits that you wouldn't find anywhere. You're not going to go to a shop and find these anywhere. So and she said, oh, I've got these. We were thinking about selling these. So I said, and she said, do you want those? And I said, if they're for sale, I'll have them. So I got these as well. So these are I guess they're category tags for some kind of industrial thing, but they're unusual. I like them, so I had them. I don't know how many there are. I guess there's about 20, 25 there. And yeah, cool. So I don't remember how much I paid for them, but I loved them. Then there was this. There's two things missing as well, and I can't think where they are. They might be in the back of the boot. I bought two like stock taking books, but I'll have to see if I can find those. I might add those in. If I find the picture of them, I'll add them in at the end. But these are more kind of tags. I can get into them. This was 75p. And I'll get into that. Yeah, so these are do not open valve, remarks, date and signed by. But again, just unusual tags you wouldn't find anywhere else, so I bought those. They're all nice for those kind of ephemerally things, when you want to just add a little something into something. Add a little something into something. Then I bought this. This was 50p. Now this is apparently there was a story behind this. This was on a piece of board that somebody else wanted. The salesperson there said, oh, that's an interesting picture, isn't it? And he said, well, yeah, I guess, but I don't really want the pictures. I just want the board. So he said, actually, can you resell that? So they gave him back. He gave them it back, and they resold them. So they're like cigarette card pieces. I don't know whether they actually are cigarette cards, but I liked it. I liked the mouldy degradation of this. It cost me 50p, so I can't say no to that. This is one of the reasons I went there. I went there to get some greyboard. Now, unfortunately, so if you're expecting to see the continuation of the Lapbook, that will be next week. Now, this is a replacement of that video, and that's because they did have greyboard, but they just didn't have the thickness I wanted. So I bought some greyboard, some of this greyboard, but I need to order some 2mm greyboard that I didn't get. So this is the 2mm stuff that I like using, and this has got a nice thickness to it, but I need to buy some from somewhere else, so I can't really continue with that. That's the reason why that's not happening. I also bought two lots of these. So there's these that are, I think they are computer paper. That's what they kind of look like. Yeah, they're definitely computer paper. That computer paper with the edges down, I did used to have loads of this, but I've obviously used it in many a craft exploit, so had to have some more of that. It's genuine ephemera, isn't it? It's stuff you don't see anymore because we don't use computers that need that. Then we have these, which is like a mould of bottles. And I didn't know whether my resin might work in those, so that's the reason why I bought it. It was only, I can't remember what it was, 50p for that. So I just thought that would be good for casting some resin in. I don't know whether it works, like I say, and I don't know whether I can get them out once I've cast them. But for 50p, it's not worth worrying about, and it's worth playing with. I just like the idea of having some clear bottles, solid clear bottles that are almost like a lens, because if you make this out of clear resin, because of the thickness of it, it's almost like a lens, so if you put it over something, it will make the letters behind look a bit bigger, in theory anyway. And then let's just put this on something. all of these buttons. Now these are all clear buttons because they had different colours. They're all separated out into different colours. But I really liked the clear ones. So I bought some of these, which are, you know, clear and kind of a lozenge shape. An interesting texture as well to it. They've kind of got a groove down the middle. Then there's these with like a chamfered edge to them. There's these that have got like a frosted, you know, that patterned glass. What's it called? Ripple glass. A bit like ripple glass. Then there's these with like a strengthened glass feel to it. These as well, which are a bit like lenses, and I thought I bet they'd be good. They almost feel like this is the raw material from which they make some of these buttons, because this has got like a score line in it. And what I was thinking is that would be great for being like a little lens over like a entomology journal kind of kit, or, you know, like a sciencey kit, or even a field journal. And there were these which were like a smoked colour. You know, there's like a smoked finish to them. I think it's actually clear, but then the edges are smoked, and so therefore it makes the whole thing look a little bit smoked. That one is definitely more smoked in colour. But yeah, and then, and a couple of these which are just big square ones with like a frosting on here, which not only feels nice, but I think it might take colour because it's got a matte finish to it. And yes, then so let's just put those back into here. So they were 10 for £1, those buttons. So, and you know, these are all things that are kind of rescued from going to landfill, or considered imperfections by companies, or, you know, their packing cast-offs or whatever. Then I bought this, which is it's like a foiled paper, and what I was thinking is this might take some of those punches that I've got. You know, the let's see if I've got one here and I can do it for you. So these, I've got a few different ones of these, but I think these might work well with these because they should pick up the oh, they do. There you go. So they pick up the stamping, the embossing well. Can't tell. That's wrong. Up the wrong way. There you go. So I just thought that would be great for that, so I can make lots of these and use them on crafty things. So, and this was £1.50 for a roll of it, which I didn't think was bad either. I'm just going to go and see if I can find those books. So I found some more of these as well that had fallen out of the bag. So there's some more of those tags. So there's actually probably about 50 there. So that's nice. These were the stock take pads I was talking about. So just liked these. These were 50p. They've got loads of these, but I just bought a couple of pads of them. I don't know whether they are duplication ones, you know, whether they're self-duplicating. I think they are. Yes, they are. So if you write on this one, it goes through to this one. But I just liked them. Just thought they were nice bits of ephemera things. So I bought 2 lots of those. And then I bought these, which are, I think they're kind of little clasps. I think they get put on the edge of something. So I wonder if they'd kind of go over 2, no, maybe more than that, maybe thicker, and be some kind of a closure for a journal. That's what I was planning to do with them. I don't know whether that would work, or, you know, they sit like that or something like that. I just liked them, and they were 5p each, so I didn't think that was too bad. I do have more of them, and I have more of these, but I think they've fallen out of the bag in the boot, and it's dark and I can't see them. So, but this is one. So I bought more of these. I bought 4 more of these, and these are little zips, like zip runner things, and I just like them because they're in this kind of coppery colour. So yeah, bought some of those, and then also this card. And I bought this card because I don't know if you can see this, but this is like a beautiful kind of utilitarian army kind of green, and it's lovely. Nice thickness of this card. I bought 3 lots of this, and they were 50p a sheet. So I think I can make some really nice ephemera or utilitarian stuff with those. Might make a utilitarian journal again. You know, whatever. But they are really big pieces as well, so I don't know whether you can see that they're quite big. They, oh, in case anybody wants to know, I better measure it, haven't I? Because that usually comes up as a question. So it's an approximate because I don't have a ruler that goes the full width of it. So 28.5 inches, which is approximately, well, let's do that again for centimetres, which is approximately 61 centimetres long by 20.25 inches wide, or 51.5 inches, sorry, centimetres wide. So nice, like I say, nice big sheets of card for 50p. You know, you can't go wrong. They've got loads of colours. I just, you know, you'll probably see that in the video. They've got other colours. I just chose not to buy any other colours because I've got loads of card, but it was that colour I was drawn to. So yeah, so that was kind of my little haul from scrap, and hopefully you'll see me using these things in the not too distant future. I've got some good ideas for especially these kind of things. Definitely feel like I need to make a almost like a military kind of journal, not military as such, but like a, you know, like a utilitarian kind of maybe World War II style thing, especially the brightness of that red against that greeny colour. But yeah, I don't know. I've just got a few, you know, the seeds of ideas in my head. So yeah, just before I kind of just wrap up on this and you see the tour, I just wanted to say a big thank you to all the staff there. A bit of a shout out to 2 members of staff. I want to shout out to Sophie, who volunteers there on a Thursday, and we had a chat, and she, you know, was quite excited about the fact that, you know, I was Dash of Dave, got a YouTube channel, etc. So, you know, hello Sophie. It was lovely to meet you. Thanks very much for your help with the clear buttons. You really did help me a lot. It was a bit awkward where I was trying to perch with hands full of buttons. Very helpful, and I really appreciate your help, and I hope you had a great rest of your day. And also a shout out to Hannah, who was also helping out, she so Sophie followed me on YouTube, and Hannah started following me on Instagram. We had a good chat as well, so thanks very much to both of you, really appreciate it. And now you'll be able to have a bit of a tour, look around. Well, not for like Hannah and Sophie, you know this place inside and out better than I do, but for the rest of you guys, especially those people that have never been to scrap, you know, if you don't live around the Leeds area or the Farsley area, you've probably never been. Even if you have, even if you do, you might not have ever been. So you'll have a bit of a tour. You'll see the kind of things that they sell, and if you have an organisation similar to scrap near you, go and buy your craft supplies from there, because that's my first port of call. If I want to buy anything, I go there first. If I can't get it there, then I'll go somewhere else, because they are basically stopping the waste. So all of this stuff, you know, would have gone to either landfill or be scrapped or gone to you know, be incinerated. And you know, you know what us crafters are like. We can turn our hand to anything and make whatever we fancy. So hopefully you'll see me make something out of these. Some of these things you might not see again, because once they go into my into my archive. You may never see them again. So anyway, thank you very much. Now I will hand over to Mobile Dave, who was allowed out in the wilderness on his day off from work, and my visit to Scrap should be next. So thanks very much, and I'll add a bit on at the end to wish you all a good.
So, hi everyone. I'm currently in Scrap, so I thought today I would give you a bit of a look around.
In a world of simple
I've got one. I just need it. I need a spinner for mine.
reflect, reusing old forgotten things. It's a cause to protect. Reduce the clutter, trim the waste, bring back the old to new. With every thoughtful action, we'll see the difference too. A glass once filled with juice anew, now turned into a vase. Plastic bottles find new life in useful, crafty ways. Old clothes become the latest trends, a fashion to embrace. With creativity and care, we'll save this cherished place. Reuse, reduce, recycle every little bit. The planet's song of harmony, it needs us to commit. Together we'll compose a tune of green and gentle sway. For a brighter, cleaner future, let's start today. The rhythm of the earth is calling, it beckons us to heed. From plastic, paper, beats of life will satisfy its need. Recycling our used up goods to keep our world pristine. These small steps make a difference, more than we've ever seen. With every can we rinse and sort, with every box we fold, a melody of concertos in the land we can behold. The spirit of tomorrow in what we do today. Let's craft a world that's golden in a sustainable way. Reuse, reduce, recycle every little bit. The planet's song of harmony, it needs us to commit. Together we'll compose a tune of green and gentle sway. For a brighter, cleaner future, let's start today.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that little video, a bit of a tour round. I also want to say a massive thank you to all of the staff at Scrap. You do a fantastic job. My craft room wouldn't be half as full without you. Yes, I am blaming you for my hoarding. I like to help you rescue things from landfill. I rescue them from you rescuing them from landfill. So, if you have a scrap or something similar local to you, or you're local to Leeds and you go to the Scrap in Farsley, go and show their support. They're open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and closed Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So go and show that your support if you're local or if you're passing through. If you've got something nearby or you don't know, find out, because I'd rather buy my craft supplies from Scrap first, and then if I can't get it from there, then try somewhere else, than just generating more and more and more and more. So anyway, thank you all. I'm really grateful for everybody's support. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it with your friends and family. If one person shares this, you double my exposure. So that's great. So thank you if you do share it. Thank you to everybody that comments. Don't forget to subscribe. My name is Dash of Dave, and guess what? Yep, that's right. I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to. Thanks very much, everyone. Take care. Lots of love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And lots of hugs. Arr! That's a bear hug. All right then, take care, folks. See you soon. Bye.